What's up, gang? Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about some really important stuff. All right, so class, I want you to turn your textbooks to page 47. No, just kidding. You can throw your textbooks out. You know what? Forget the textbook. Forget the class. Everyone go outside. I'm that kind of teacher. Everyone, I want you to come to the roof with me. Okay, if you genuinely believe anything I'm talking about, jump off of the roof knowing that everybody here thinks that you will survive. That everyone here agrees that you'll survive. If you really believe what I'm saying, jump off. And if you don't believe it, then get the fuck out of my class. Okay, so here's something I'm going to be discussing. I'm going to be discussing mistakes. I'm going to be discussing mistake instability, typo, errors, error instability. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it error instability, right? Boom. Air instability. Forgot the little. Fuck you. So now let's say that a moment occurs, right, in which you perform a task and you're not paying attention because the task is like automated. You have all the logic to do it without thinking about it, so you do the task perfect, right? But then you go on and all of a sudden you're saying, wait a second. Did I make a mistake? It's possible that I wasn't paying attention and I didn't notice something and I made a mistake. So what happens here is that in the moment where you're not doing anything wrong, you're certain, you're stable because the logic you're acting on is stable. However, in the passing moment where that moment has already occurred and you're saying it is possible for me to have made a mistake. What this does is it takes you from a certain structure, a strong physical hold on what you are right now, and it destabilizes you, makes you uncertain. And the idea of a mistake is then able to sort of creep in to say that it makes sense. Hey, this actually does make sense because you think about it. No, life isn't perfect. You're still not rich. You're still not fucking famous. You're still not happy. And so why would it be perfect all of a sudden, right? And then stuff shit like that, right? It comes in and it fucking sneaks in. And now whenever you restabilize and you look back, now the moment has a mistake in it. Now here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that you are physically doing something the right way, but because you cannot prove that you making a mistake did not occur, as of now, that physical moment is changed to there being a mistake. That's all I'm saying. And the way this works is that, wait, hold on. Yeah, the more you accept that it is possible for you to have erred, the more it will occur regardless of whether you did or not. Meaning, in this moment, if you have not made any mistakes, if the concept of you making a mistake and have not have noticed it confuses you or destabilizes you, then in your collective perception of things, a mistake will have occurred on whatever you did. Okay, so here's how this works. Let's say that not only do you have the concept of you making a mistake, you also have an observer that says you cannot be perfect. And you perform the task within their observation and you do it perfectly. Now they're irritated, they're frustrated. This doesn't make any sense. Now you're hit with the concept of if you're perfect, then how come your life isn't perfect? Boom, you made a mistake. You had to have made a mistake. You're uncertain. Now combine this with the person who says, yes, that actually makes sense. You can't be perfect. You had to have made a mistake. You have to have. It doesn't make sense. You have to have made a mistake, right? Now what this is you are being challenged by two forms of authority. You're being challenged by a concept that you need to disprove in order for it to stop massing on you. And you're also being challenged by somebody who would prefer for you to not be perfect, right? And so reality, as you want to stabilize it, as you attempt to stabilize what's happening around you physically so that there are no conflicts, reality stable is the balance between all perspectives of authority, meaning you have to find the balance between yourself not wanting to make the mistake, you being smart enough to not have made the mistake, and all of that, and also with the argument that you should have made a mistake regardless because life isn't perfect and it wouldn't be perfect now, combined with the idea that you can't be perfect. And so the reality that physically hardens on you is the one in which you find the balance between all three. You did it good enough. You were good. You're good enough. But you still fucked up. And it makes sense to this guy because you can't be perfect. And why would life be perfect all of a sudden now? So you find the thing is, yeah, you made a mistake. That's all it is. To stabilize reality, to prevent conflict, you made a mistake. All right? Now, hold on. How can your perception be more real than theirs? Yeah, and this is the way it works. The way these authorities occur, right? How can your perception be more real than this person who says that nothing can be perfect or you can't be perfect? Well, here's the thing. This person doesn't believe that things can be perfect, even though things already exist. They believe that 0 became 1, but they don't believe that 0 fully became 1. They believe that 0 became 1, but kind of fucked up along the way. That's what they believe. And so what they're believing is that their perception is fucked up. That's what they're believing. And so that's how you cannot respect them. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next page here. To the next page. Jonathan, shut the fuck up while I'm talking. Jonathan, I fucking told you not to fucking talk while I'm giving my lecture. Get the fuck out of my class. I'm fucking sick of this. Get the fuck out. Fuck. Oh. All right, sorry, class. I'm sorry. No, get the fuck out now! Stop taking your fucking time! Stop taking your... You're on my fucking time! You're on my fucking time! Get the fuck out! Okay. So... you're being challenged by the concept that it is impossible for you to have not made a mistake. And you're also being challenged by someone's perception not wanting to physically accept you being perfect. Now, here's the thing. In this state of stability, you can realize, holy crap, I can't have made a mistake. A mistake happening for no reason is fucking pointless. That means that I could have just been perfect for no reason. You use that argument, and then you say, just because you want me to be bad doesn't mean I have to be. You need to grow up, stop being fucking jealous, right? Now you use that and you say, there was no mistake. I made no mistake, right? Now what happens is, because you're still being challenged by these concepts, and the only way to disprove this concept is by saying that it is impossible for it to occur. And if you can't prove that it is impossible for it to occur, then it will keep occurring anyway, right? Or it will keep massing against you. So what happens here? Even though you say there's no mistakes, and it makes sense, because you're still caught in between two authorities, a mistake will still occur. And what this does is it says, you were wrong. You need to let go. You need to let go, and you need to let us happen more than you, right? But here's the thing. Because you made the arguments right, and you said there were no mistakes, and you were justified to do so, the mistake will occur, but it won't make sense. It will not connect to the rest of reality in a way that actually carries on what's going on. And so what that means is, although it physically happened, everything around it will logically fall apart. Now here's the thing. Because you're saying that you've made no mistake, it means that these 2 points of authority are challenging you. This is what causes arguments. This is what causes physical conflict. It creates conflict. This physical reality wants for this to occur. This physical reality wants for this to occur. And you sharing it with it are saying that cannot occur. Now, this creates frustration. It's pretty much, something digging into a crevice, right? Something trying to dig into a point that won't let it get in, right? And it's creating a bunch of tension, a bunch of heat. And so they say, it doesn't make sense for you to be perfect. Every time you're perfect, they go, what the fuck? Oh, kill yourself. Fucking die. You got molested, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah. So that's, and then you got this one that's like, hold on. But you never proved, how can you be perfect all this, that, and all that shit, right? And so this creates conflict. Conflict occurs in argumentative ways. It's argumentative conflict that's occurring because you have become too solid for them to pass through your physical occurrence. But here's the thing. The more that you say there is no mistake, the less logical the mistake will become. Meaning it will physically happen, but will physically not make sense. Which will mean that you will actually have observed two masses, two concepts, two authorities, false authorities, falling apart physically in front of you. I do this all the time. Because it's like always the last ditch effort, which is it happened anyway. Like it's like, yeah, you were right about all that stuff, but it happened anyway. So what now? Right? And that's because people don't let go and they try to make things happen. But you notice this. Look at my situation, right? Where I'm being threatened homelessness. I'm being threatened dead-endedness. You're not going to live your life. No one loves you. You're not going to ever have that life you want. You're never going to have people that love you. You're never going to be around people. You're never going to have that money. You're never going to have anything you want, right? And it's like that whole, it happened anyway. But the more that they do this, the more of a crime that they're all committing. Because in a way, being wrong is literally doing wrong. That's what it is. That's what being bad is. It's being wrong. So the more that they do this, the more crimes they've committed, and the more that they say, no, you're the one that's doing this. Stop. Oh, you're always making excuses. No. I'm gonna fucking behead you in front of everybody, by the way, because that you got too close to making sense. And I was almost like, damn, you got me a little bit. And that did make me unstable for a while. And that allowed you to keep happening for a little bit. But I caught you, didn't I? I caught you, didn't I? Now you feel stupid. Because I'm not talking about the moments in which everyone's watching us. I'm talking about the moments in which you have to look in the fucking mirror. Okay, so the more that it occurs, even though it doesn't make sense, because these two arguments had to rely on you being unstable and allowing it to occur in order for it to happen, it means that it'll keep occurring until it no longer makes sense to occur. It'll physically fall apart, and all those participating in making it occur will also physically fall apart, meaning that they'll be more malleable to your judgment, more malleable to movement caused by you. Pretty much, these guys are all standing strong, right? They're all standing strong, and they're saying life isn't perfect. You'll never get what you want, right? And you're all like, yeah, it is perfect, right? But you're not that small. And so what they do is they go, if it's perfect, then why is this happening? If it's perfect, then why am I stabbing you? If it's perfect, then why am I raping you? If it's perfect, then how come I'm being a fucking bitch, right? And then it'll be like, yeah, you guys are the ones being bitches though. And so what happens is these people fall apart, right? And they're all like, what do I do next? And it's like, suck my dick, bitch. That's what you do next, you fucking ugly bitch. Fuck you, you stupid bitch, right? And so, yeah, that's all you have to do. So remember, the concept of a mistake occurring will argue with you and say that if you don't accept it, you'll be wrong in the mass bet and will therefore face physical consequences. But it will also create false physical consequences to try and make you believe that it is right about something. So say that there are no mistakes, you're not doing anything wrong. No matter what you want to happen, this isn't just about mistakes now. No matter what you want to happen, know that it will still happen, even if it is not happening right now because of conflicts of concept that don't want it to occur. All the concepts that don't want it to occur will create conflict designed to destabilize you. It'll pretty much be it's still happening anyway though, so explain that, right? And I just explains it. So pretty much you being rich, you being successful, all these things are being challenged and it keeps being broken, and you notice that as it's breaking, these things are becoming immoral. They're becoming horrible people. They're becoming fucking disgusting people, and they're just trying to walk it off like it doesn't matter, right? And they're trying to live with themselves like what they're doing is okay, right? They push you on the ground and they say that they're not bad people for pushing you. You're bad for being on the ground. That's what they try to do, right? And so no matter what it is you want, know that in order to get that, you're going to have to go through a phase in which you keep wanting it, keep believing it, and keep accepting that it is a good thing to want. No matter how the conflicts against you twist and contort it into something bad, or say that it isn't happening anyway to break your confidence. This is a real thing. This is one of the keys to manifesting. Okay? Yeah? All right, I gotta go talk to Jonathan. I'm always too hard on that kid. You know, ever since his dad died, he's been hard-headed, but, you know, I get it. It's hard figuring out life, you know, in that kind of a conflict. So, you know, excuse me, class. Excuse me for losing my temper. And you know, don't hate Jonathan. Hate me, you know, because I'm the adult here and I'm supposed to handle this better. It's on me, guys. I'm going to go talk to Jonathan, okay? Thank you, class.